Yo, what's up, guys? Testing. Just testing the connection, making sure everything is okay. Can you guys hear me? Having some computer issues. Man, having a lot of issues lately, actually. Okay, everybody, welcome back. So today is November the 18th. I've been gone for literally 6 days now because I've been very under the weather. So I'm actually behind right now on everything when it comes to work and also the market. So this is going to be a very detailed stream. So welcome everybody. My name is Philakone. I've been in the crypto space now for about 9 years. For those that have been following me, thank you very much and I appreciate your support and your respect. I've been through two major bull markets, two major bear markets, and this is my third bull market that I'm catching, and I'm hoping to make some extremely significant life-changing income from this market, and I hope that I can help guide you through this market as well with my experience. And of course, there's a lot of people that have done extremely well as well in the crypto market space. So I encourage all of you guys to keep an open mind and be well-rounded and also look at the perspective from other people as well. Another thing that I would like to encourage you to do is to always put in the most amount of time into this market that you possibly can. We have to remember that crypto is one of the most hyper competitive markets in the world. It's a very demanding job. If everybody could do it in terms of day trading or investing, they would be doing it already. If it came down to just simple intelligence and being smarter than other people, then every doctor, every lawyer, every engineer, every architect, you name it, every job that requires a significant amount of intelligence, they would be doing this as well. And they would be doing it successfully. But not everybody can do this because what trading and investing really comes down to, it's putting in a lot of time and also being very emotionally stable where you can control your fear and your FOMO and especially your greed as well. And right now, a lot of people are probably messaging you. Tons of people are messaging me about crypto because Bitcoin broke the all-time high. People who have not been heavily involved in the market or even involved at all in any way, and know that your time should be respected. And because people are coming in now, in my personal perspective, I'm not really here to guide a lot of my friends that were not in the crypto space ever before, because my time is limited, just like how yours is limited as well. So make sure you choose what to do with your time very effectively. So let's look at the market and talk about, actually, I'm going to show you guys the very first thing that I do every single day is this. I go to my advanced volatility scanner, because the advanced volatility scanner, it instantly gives you a gauge of the market. I developed this indicator. I'm not trying to sell you guys on it. It sells itself, to be quite honest. But this is the best indicator that you can have to gauge the market. So what it does is it highlights green or red if any of these conditions are met. The first column, 5% movement in 2 hours. The second column, 10% movement in 4 hours. The third column, 15% in 24 hours. And the fourth column, 20% in 48 hours. So if anything is highlighted, it means it's meeting the volatility criteria. So the first thing you do is you turn on the computer, open up your volatility scanner, and it's going to do two things. One, gauge the market instantly for you to let you know what's hot, what's been moving, and what's not. And second thing that it does is it tells you which coins are volatile so you can gravitate to that coin and start trading it instantly as well. So for example, if no coins today, like not many coins are highlighted green, you know that the market is kind of figuring it out. But there are some coins that have moved. So the way you look at it is the first coin or the first column, that's the coin that's moving right now. So right now, you probably want to go to ENJ because that's a coin that's moving right now. If it's moving in the second column, the third and the fourth column, so basically all four columns are highlighted, then that coin is still going really hard. But if you look at some coins like HBAR and OM, XLM, QNT, and LRC, because the third and the fourth column is highlighted, but not the first or the second, then that means that it already ran within 24 hours or 48 hours. But immediately right now, it's not running. So learning how to interpret this is really going to help you a lot. So today the market is really not that active. You can just tell right away that there's some coins moving, but not that many coins moving. and it came down to, and by the way, if you guys are interested in this scanner, link is below. Lifetime membership, 150 bucks. Took me 3 months to develop it and way more money than you can imagine, and it works incredibly well. So take a look at it in the link below, guys. So another thing is, yes, I'm still in my long positions. Some of my long positions are doing very well. Some are not performing well. And these ones, like for example, Superverse, TIA, FET, and Tau, they are just not moving really anymore like in the past few weeks. They've already reached like a peak, or they're consolidating right now. So I'm very disappointed with these coins not running. But Superverse, guys, I want to be very clear that I expect Superverse to be one of the top performing coins very soon as it breaks this all-time high, okay? So I'm gonna hold on to these margin positions. This is a $500,000 long position that I'm in. So this is about half of a mil. And if you notice, there's no liquidation price on any of them. If you've also noticed that my margin ratio is extremely low. So it's literally impossible for me to get liquidated because of the amount of capital I have for my margin balance, and because I'm not leveraged really in any way. It says 2x, but some of the positions are not even leveraged at all. So I'm keeping enough margin. So the top running coins to me right now is Polkadot and Render. You can see that Polkadot, I'm up about $22,000 on it. And this is all leverage times 2, it says. So the percentage gain is this number divided by 2. So Polkadot, I'm up 25% on a 100 something thousand dollar position. And then Render, I'm up a pretty substantial amount as well. I'm up 33%. So I'm up about 19K on that. Then Solana is also a really big runner as well. And the rest are like not really moving that much. So the market is kind of not moving. Like I'm going to cash this in probably like, I'm probably going to cash it in, I'm guessing, when it reaches the next top, when Bitcoin reaches the next possible top, or I might even just hold it throughout the whole season because it's only costing me like maybe 2% to hold a month. 2% on 500K is not really that much. It's like maybe $10,000 to hold it or something like that, right? And to me, that's fine. Spending $10,000 a month to hold this for a potential, of reaching something massive, right? So the reason I'm not doing it in spot is because they're a little bit leveraged, but under 2. Okay, so that needs to be understood. So, and these are for my shorter term day trading hold positions. So I'm still gonna keep holding it for a while. This total here right now is adding up to, I think, $80,000 plus or less a little bit. So now let's take a look at what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin has made a really important pattern, and it might be time for a correction right away. And the reason I say that is because of this last rejection that ended up occurring. If you look at on the higher time frame, this is not a nice rejection to have, where it rejected about 2%. So the pattern that we're looking at right now is a very clear symmetric triangle pattern with a bull trap already. So people thought Bitcoin was going to break up there, but this ends up coming right back down. And that's very unfortunate because this pattern has been holding now for about 6 days. So if this ends up breaking to the downside, it's going to confirm my Elliott wave analysis of hitting down to about 84 to 86K. So let's do a very detailed Elliott wave analysis to let everybody know where we currently stand in this market cycle. So the way that I'm looking at this is a parabolic 5 going up, okay? I'm seeing this as a 1 in here, okay? A 1 in there, a 2. This is a 3, a 4, and this is a parabolic 5 that goes up, okay? We also know that wave 3 is reasonable because subwave 3 here is making almost a 1618 extension. So now that we've established that this is a 1, okay? This is a 1 in there. And then we know that this is a 2, okay? A 2 I would say ends up in there somewhere. So 1, and then this is a 2. Okay, so that's clear. Within these particular waves in here, because there was so much going on in 2024, especially with the SEC and the ETF from BlackRock, right? Everything in here, these are all complicated WXY corrections. I don't see that as a bull flag because a bull flag generally occurs in a wave 4 correction, not a wave 2. So this is the best way to look at the Elliott wave analysis based off of many different factors. So now that we know that this is a 2 down here, in here somewhere is a 1, okay? So I'm going to call this in here basically, let's go on the higher time frame so it's easier to count, okay? So in here somewhere is the subwaves 1, okay? And I believe that this is a 2, and the 3 is not even close to done yet. 4 and 5. So basically what I'm looking for is a finishing of a 3, a 4 coming down, and then a 5 going up, okay? So then this finishes the 3. This is sometime in 2025 it's going to hit. And then the 4 comes down, and then the 5, in my opinion, like the 4 will be a big drop, guys. It's going to be a huge drop in my opinion. The 4 can come in different forms. It always comes in basically one of like a few forms. It's usually going to come into like an ascending triangle pattern, right? Or it's going to come into like a symmetric triangle, right? Sometimes it could even make like an ABC where the, like, let's just pretend this is wave 3. It could even make like a super crazy correction like this one that I'm about to show you, which is the one that scares people the most. Like an A and then a B and then a C, that's like higher, because they're very confused about what this B top is when they don't understand the flat. This is a scary correction because people FOMO in when it breaks above the high of the third wave, and then the B is just a flat that's higher, then the C comes back down below it. So people end up getting trapped really hard here. That's something we'll be careful to watch for, okay? And I'm gonna make sure you guys understand all of this. So if this is the cycle here, I'm expecting, like, honestly, I don't know how this is gonna run, but I'm expecting something like maybe it's September the latest, okay? Like wave 4 correction could be huge when you factor in how long wave 2 took to correct, right? But I'm expecting the bull market to finish somewhere between, I'm gonna have to make a guess, between August and September, but no later than November. So if this works out, it's gonna, it's gonna be pretty crazy how this is gonna go. I mean, if you do fib extensions, it can go even way higher than that. Like, this is a very conservative look. I'm not talking about the price right now at all in any way or making price predictions. I'm simply just talking about a timeline. So please ignore the prices right now, okay? But if you take a look at wave 3 right now, the reason why it's not finished is because it's very clear to me that this is now making a 1, a 2, this is maybe a 3, maybe a 4 is gonna drop, and then a 5 is likely to come up. So if you take a look at the Elliot wave structure, it doesn't say in any way right now at all that there's a 4th wave, right? In fact, if you take a look at it even deeper, this is a 1, this is a 2, this is a 3, and I predicted all of this. This is a 4, and that's the 5. So which means that we might drop down, okay? But it can also mean that this symmetric triangle is literally about to play out, and we're probably gonna make another crazy high soon. Like we're gonna make a high to, like, I'm gonna guess $100,000. So this critical pattern is playing out right now. And in my opinion, if I had to really guess something, okay, like I think that we're gonna end up hitting this 5th wave to $100,000. If it does go there, your short-term day trading positions, you should probably exit it, because this will have confirmed all 5 waves that I'm predicting in here, okay? That's predicting in there. And then we're basically gonna take a drop of this whole cycle. Okay, we're gonna make a major friggin' correction, and one that's gonna scare the crap out of everybody, because they're gonna think the bull market is over. So if we got to, for example, 100K, I would probably predict that, like, you don't want to hear this, but depending on how big this drop is, if we got to 100K first, we could likely retrace anywhere between, I'm gonna guess, like, this is a wild guess, right? If we're very bullish, 236 levels. But if it doesn't hold at the 236 and stay very, very bullish, in a bull market, it could even drop all the way down to 74K again to retest it one time. Because then this will have made a whole cycle, right, of 5 waves, and then this correction can come all the way back down to 74 to retest it. And that's not unheard of. Like, that's not really that wild of a drop. That's only a 26% drop. If we go back, okay guys, like if you go back to the bull markets in previous years, like if I showed you, so I just showed you a 26% drop potential, but if you go to like, you know, if you go to 2016, this is a 40% drop. This one here is a 35% drop. This one here is a 33% drop. This one here is a 40% drop, right? This is in the bull market. This one here is a 40% drop. This one here with that huge red candle was a 27% drop in 1 week. So it's not unheard of that we have these types of drops. Like for example, this drop in 2020 was 22%. So these guys are going to happen quite often, in my opinion. This one here was a large drop of 31%. This one was a large drop of 50%. So when I tell you guys that there's a possibility that we could get a major correction soon, it's not even that major. It would actually only be a 27% drop. So I think that it would be very wise, and don't take this as financial advice, but I'm telling you guys that this is the Elliott wave count, man. And the Elliott wave counts are very, very accurate this cycle. So if we finish this whole wave right here, we're going to end up getting a drop. Oh, sorry. I'm calculating that wrong. My bad. I took it from the whole structure. It should be from here. Yeah, it should be from. Oh, no. That's right. That's right. I'm talking about the whole cycle after it hits 100K. Yeah, that's right. So the drop could be anywhere between 90K to 74K before we make some new massive all-time highs. So if it breaks upwards, okay, like if it breaks upwards one more time to 100K, and it breaks this symmetric triangle that I'm predicting, okay, I'm going to be right. I'm going to be right with the cycle. And then after that, I'm going to exit all my short-term trades and probably bring in like, I don't know, 120, 150K or something like that. And then what I'll do is I'll re-enter on weakness, not on strength, but on weakness. Okay, as the market gets weaker and weaker, I'll be dollar cost averaging into my short-term trades. So that's how I'm trading the market, right? So I do three things, guys, right, that you guys should be doing as well. One, your investment portfolio that you don't touch, okay? But of that investment portfolio, you're allowed to allocate some capital to trade short-term. And when I say short-term, I'm talking about like me. Like I'm talking about holding some positions for like maybe a week or a month or 2 months, right? That's short-term. It allows you to take on a little bit more risk, but also capitalize a lot more. So it's basically a second way of extracting profits from the market. So the first way of extracting capital from the market is your investment portfolio. The second way is shorter term hold. And the third way is day trading, which is also what I do. So day trade is just day to day. It's not holding long term. So make sure you guys are trying to extract from multiple sources as well. And if you're not learning how to day trade, right, you're missing out on a lot of potential profits, but you have to be better at day trading than most people. So this pattern is very critical that's forming right now. I think that it's gonna hit $100,000 very, very soon, actually. Very soon. And let's just take a look at some trend indicators of mine on here to see if we can see anything. So based off of my super trend indicator, it's like still going hard. Like the super trend indicator is going very hard. Like on the 4-day, it's just going, right? Like the super trend and the chandelier, they're going hard right now. Like if you look at it on the 8-hour even, right? The 8-hour time frame, it shows that the best support is like on a 3-hour time frame maybe. It's like we're on a 3-hour time frame. We've been holding, like, do you guys see the chandelier exit? This is the green line. This measures the volatility. We have been bullish since $67,000, right? Like that's how bullish we've been so far since 67K, and the support's like at 88K that holds the volatility. So alts will get wrecked. Yes, S and Andrew. Alts are going to get absolutely wrecked if Bitcoin ends up dropping, because it's not even close to alt season yet. I mean, Bitcoin dominance is still like creeping up there. It's not getting as high, but I'm expecting Bitcoin dominance to get to somewhere between 65 to 72%. And then a large sell-off will eventually occur of Bitcoin. And also liquidity runs out severely in a bull market, right? You have to wonder, okay, why is there less, like not less volume, but like less money being injected into Bitcoin when there's an altcoin season? Altcoin seasons are going up tremendously, but Bitcoin is still going up too, but it's not the same level of capital into the entire market cap. It's because the liquidity runs out. There's not really any Bitcoins left to buy. So because of that, the price can surge incredibly fast. That is why Bitcoin's price still goes up tremendously. But even though altcoin season run out, do I think that Bitcoin can ever get below $20,000 again? Absolutely not. There's no way it would get under this, especially with this new administration, with the rate cuts that have happened already, with quantitative easing, with Trump, with many countries adopting crypto right now, regulations getting even stronger, mainstream media is covering it even more. BlackRock, like all ETFs right now, so it's very easy for institutions to invest now for their clients. I don't think Bitcoin can ever go below that anymore, to be honest. 20,000. I don't see it going below. I don't see it going below like $74,000 again. It's just too bullish from a fundamental perspective. So right now, just taking a look one more time, the volatility scanner says not much to trade right now. But if we take a look at the market, there's still opportunities, right, for some coins. HBAR is finally starting to move. Finally, it ended up doing 200% recently. I used to hold a lot of HBAR, but not anymore. I got rid of it. XLM is doing very well. I missed my trading opportunity. XLM is most likely in the fifth wave already. Okay, like this is most likely a fifth wave that has formed for XLM, just so you guys know. I will be trading XLM today. This is the fifth wave that's actually officially formed after a 189% rally. So this coin is going to be my number one coin to watch today to day trade. I'm just going to clean up my list. So XLM goes on a high priority list today because it most likely made a fifth wave already in here somewhere. I think it did. I think that it made a clear 5-wave count. And now I will just basically be looking for a pattern to enter. So if you guys are looking to day trade today, XLM will probably be a very, very good coin to trade, because if you think about Bitcoin possibly rallying to 100K, but you compare that against a coin that has already formed 5 waves, XLM will not be rallying just because Bitcoin hits. XLM will be dropping and going against Bitcoin most likely. So I'm going to wait for a pattern to form that's very clear. And I think that a really reasonable entry for XLM would be this trend line that needs to be observed. The reason for this trend line is because of this particular high where it broke out, and this low where it bounced off of. So the moment that it breaks down below here, does a pullback to maybe retest or consolidate or shows a continuation pattern, I'm going to end up shorting it. And the best target would be to 19 over here for a swing position. So if you just think about an entry and you plan it ahead, okay, you plan it ahead like this, right? So let's just say it breaks down below here, and you put your stop loss slightly back into, because you got to understand that this is all a bull trap region, right? Everything up there is a bull trap region now if it comes back down, right? So then a really good, yeah, that would be an amazing trade. This would be for 17%, and you would only be risking maybe 2% maximum. That's it, 2%. So XLM is like a fucking amazing trade to take, I'm telling you. You guys want to take a look at other coins? Let's keep going. You guys have any requests? Type it in if you have any requests. Theta. I never really was interested in Theta much. I don't like this coin at all. Theta looks bullish. Like long term, it looks bullish. You know, what can you say? Looks very bullish. But it's at a major resistance from July right now. Right? Major resistance from July. Who knows when it's gonna break it? You know, Doge, dog with hat, you know, Pepe, or whiff. You know, I mean, like, it's just one of those coins that, like, I don't want to hold it in my portfolio, but I'm probably gonna end up assigning. Wow, it actually looks pretty bullish. This coin. It looks like it's gonna make a bullish flag, Doge. You know, like one of those patterns that's gonna fucking break to the moon again soon, Doge. I don't know when, but that's what it looks like. I mean, that's a very bullish pattern. That is a super bullish pattern. I don't know how much lower it can go before it breaks out, but there's a high chance Doge will continue very much further to the upside. Oh yeah, let's take a look at XRP too. I mean, XRPs, I don't like to hold XRP. I never will hold XRP because, oh man, I've been so involved in XRP for a long time now that I just don't believe they're going to penetrate the SWIFT banking system anytime soon because it's just too heavy of a player. Eventually they will, but not anytime soon. So I regret not holding XRP, to be quite honest. Like, I should have just bought some, but XRP just looks like it's in a major consolidation pattern now. You know, a major pattern. It looks like the preliminary stages of Doge. I'm not gonna look at ZRX. No, I don't hold Gala anymore either. I don't hold Gala at all. It didn't perform well at all. Like, you know, it's one of the coins that didn't really, it was so choppy, it didn't perform well. Injective I do like, okay? Injective is a really strong coin I hold a lot of in my main portfolio. In fact, I'm in a long here somewhere. I'm up $3,000 for Injective in a long. In my main portfolio, I'm up like $400,000 maybe. Something like that, 400K. APT is a very good coin to hold. Injective is very choppy, but I think it's going to end up breaking the all-time high. Yeah, Aptos is a very incredibly good coin to hold as well, guys. I highly recommend that. I recommend a lot of coins in the portfolio if you guys are looking at some new coins that you can look at that you might not have added to your portfolio. Like, I'll get to Vanry in a minute. I would recommend like Arweave. You know, Arweave is a phenomenal. I'm not going to get into the fundamentals, but you know, there's Ondo that's trying to bridge real world finance or assets. There's Caspa. There's Peak. This is a very good coin, guys. Peak. P-E-A-Q. Okay, Peak, if you haven't heard of it yet. There's also Aether. A-T-H. A-I. That's a very good coin too. There's also SUI, Arweave, you know. Those are phenomenal coins. I'll take a look at Vanry for you. So Vanry is like very new. You know, it's one of those coins that's very new. It didn't perform well at all. You know, like it didn't perform well compared to other coins. It's only moved up like 60%. Actually, 83%, not bad. Very choppy. There's just not a lot of data on this, but it's very low. You know, it's at a very low point. If you want to allocate some to hold it, by all means. Do I think ETH has to go all-time high before alt? Yeah, I do think. I think that alt, Bitcoin and Ethereum are those two coins where it's going to move very synonymously with each other. But the thing with Ethereum is that it's underperforming in this market. It's significantly, right? Significantly. So I don't hold a lot of Ethereum. I only hold maybe, I hold $600,000 of Ethereum, I think. I hold 15% of my portfolio is in Ethereum. 15% of like, no, I hold more than that. I hold like almost $800,000 of Ethereum. Yeah, 800K. But it's been very underperforming right now. So other than that, like, you know, some top coins you gotta be watching are like Render, man. Like every time people think that Render is gonna have a pullback, it just doesn't pull back, and it just ends up going and going and going and going even more. So you guys have to really think about getting in on some coins like Render, right? But I do believe Render is gonna make a big correction soon, like a very big correction soon. because render shows that, there's basically 5 waves, and this is making the 5th wave soon, or it's already there, right? I think, and it's also like at a resistance point. So I'm thinking of exiting my $22,000 profit render position right now, or not right now, but soon. I mean, it's up 19,400. So if you're too heavy on Ethereum, man, like Ethereum's a really good layer 1. Okay, like they're a very amazing layer 1. But the thing about them is everybody knows they're expensive. They're fucking fast, man. They're very slow and they're very expensive. There's so many different layer 1s that you can invest in just to make sure you diversify properly and protect yourself from, in case Ethereum doesn't perform the best, and Ethereum's not performing the best. It's performing very horribly, actually. So I would the best thing to have done was to put into Solana, right? To put into things like Manta. Manta is incredible. Or sorry, so not Manta, Polkadot, right? Or Near Protocol, and also Peak. I recommend Peak, guys. That's the number 1 coin that you should be taking a look at right now, Peak. So when you are too heavy into Ethereum, I would shift it into like Solana, Polkadot, Near. Like, look at Polkadot. It's just fucking crazy. It's gonna break an all-time high soon, Polkadot is wild. Like, you just look at Polkadot right now. It's gonna I'm up so much on Polkadot. I'm up $23,000 on Polkadot. Right? I think it's gonna break very soon and make some ridiculous highs. I think, like, you guys see what happened to Polkadot here? I'll explain to you guys. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. This is ABC. Okay, this is literally A, B, C, which means that only two waves are done right now. Okay, so basically this is what I expect from Polkadot. 1, 2, fucking like 3. This is why I hold almost $1 million of Polkadot total. This is why my short-term longs, I have like 100-something thousand. This is literally what I expect from Polkadot. If you take a look at Polkadot, this is the number 3 most developed coin in all of crypto space. Not in market cap, but number 3 in terms of most amount of developers working on Polkadot. Okay, and I expect this coin to, like, literally, if you look at it on the monthly chart, okay, and you also factor in how beautiful the first wave is, like, this coin, man, I expect to make like $2 million plus on this coin, like 3 million, 4 million. So you also have to really understand the Elliot wave structure and how beautiful it is. So because of how beautiful this Elliot wave structure is, right after Trump got elected, right, this needs to be given respect. Whenever you see a beautiful pattern from Elliot wave form, you just know that the next few waves are going to be ridiculous. So, like, when this breaks out, like when this high gets broken out, you guys are going to see it go very, 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 very high. So Superverse is a really interesting coin, okay? It's a very interesting coin, Mr. Oscar Diaz, because, like, they're very, very focused on the gaming infrastructure for Web3, and they're trying to get Web 2 games to migrate over, and they're doing a good job of copying all their profiles and integrating into Web 3 and so on. But the thing is, they're a very new coin right now, so you don't know how much lower this could drop before, you get fucked over, or if you're in the long, I meant. So we have literally double top for now. We don't know, right? It has not performed well, ever since the drop, or like it hasn't performed well because the thing about Superverse, it didn't perform that well after the elections. It only did like 50%. The reason it did that is because it's already been pumping since August. It pumped up like 300% already. So it can't pump anymore after the elections. It's just, and eventually, right now they're ranked, I think, 106 on market cap. So I think Superverse is eventually going to do very well. Very well. I don't recommend investing too much in the games themselves, like Heroes of Mavia or Big Time or Shrapnel or crap like that. You know, like I don't like investing in games. I like investing in the gaming infrastructure, like Immutable X, like Superverse, right? That's how I feel about it. Arcam is great. Like Arcam did one of the best rallies, you know. Now they're finally correcting. I put in barely anything in Arcam. How much is this? How much did I put in here? Size 9,000 times 1.6. I put in $15,000, guys, into Arcam. That's it, just 15K. And I'm up $4,000 short term, up 22% on it. You know, so Arcam is going to continue eventually. There's not really much signs of it slowing down quite yet right now. But Polygon and, you know, and Manta, those are layer twos that you just have to get into. You have to really diversify. If you guys see here, I'm into like currency, obviously, like Bitcoin, layer ones, layer twos, DeFi, gaming, AI. And I'm thinking of buying coins like Ondo, Caspa, Peak, ATH, like Ethereum, with Doge, SUI, Arweave. You know, like CRV, man, like you don't really hear a lot of people talking about CRV. But it did pretty well. Like, I mean, it did 71%. You know, like there's a massive chance, right? Massive chance for this coin to do incredibly well. It's got great fundamentals. But I'm not going to get into it too much. Like, what is CRV even at on CoinMarketCap? They're 147. They're not bad. SNX. I don't know much about SNX. Where are they ranked on CoinMarketCap? They're 122. I don't know a lot about them, to be quite honest. Wow, it has a really good looking like potential because it's bottomed out. Like it's really bottomed out. Like SNX has fucking bottomed out like crazy. It's not gonna break a 2-year support, 2.5-year support. You know, after Trump got elected, but it's not really performing the best. You know, it's like it's kind of slow. FTM, Phantom is a great coin, man. Phantom is just, but I got so many coins already that it's like, you know, Phantom made a really beautiful bounce right there on November the 4th, like hitting everything. But the market cap is high, isn't it, on FTM? Isn't it like ranked super high? Yeah, it's like $2 billion. But I like it because the fully diluted market cap is 2.24. So, you know, like the circulating supply is really huge. So based off of tokenomics alone for FTM, it's a very, very good coin. Like basically 90% of the coins are already released on the market, which is incredible because like I think there's supposed to be 3 billion tokens released. Now there's 2.8 billion. So from a tokenomics perspective, it's a very good coin to hold. Okay, that's it, guys. I'm going to end the stream. It was like a long time already. I'm sorry, guys. I got to go. I'm too sick for this. But if you guys like these videos, all you got to do is just hit the like button, man. Just show me some love and just hit the like button and that's it. And make sure you guys subscribe to my Twitter if you haven't already. Like I update quite often. So I day trade, I invest, I do work too much, man. But I'm here to help you guys do the best that you can as well, all right? And if you guys want to pick up the advanced volatility screener or join my Discord group, just check out the link below. It will be 100% worth your time and your money. So have yourself a great day, and thank you for all the love and the support. And I hope that you guys kill it even further in the bull